My name's Buddy Friend. I'm 19 years old. I'm from far north Queensland, just above Cairns, about an hour from the ocean. I live on a farm. Yeah, been raw vegan all my life. Really had a good time on it. I'm not going to change ever. Yeah, so I don't work out at all at the gym. It's just, I do peel a lot of coconuts though, as that's my job. So on a Saturday I'd peel 400 to 500 because we sell them at Port Douglas Market, just above Cairns there, as a business, family business. So my father never went to work all his life. We've just gathered coconuts during the week, peeled them on the Saturday, and then did the markets on a Sunday, which is serving all the tourists and public organic ingredients. I've never been skinny or looking deficient at all throughout my life. All the pictures, as I was growing up, I was always fit, six-pack, running around, really healthy. And my brother's like that as well, and my sister's absolutely stunning as well. So I reckon it's very much to do with diet. It's how you look and how you feel and how your body performs. If you're feeling it with cholesterol and bloody chemicals and cooked food, animal products every day, most people have bacon and eggs, and I reckon it, pig's arse and bloody chicken period. It's just disgusting when you think of it. Absolutely disgusting in all ways. So I really want to help people into learning of what really they should eat so they can have a lot better life as well. It's no fun being sick through your life. I feel sorry for these people that don't realise it themselves, they're too fat to run and they can't have fun like I can because they're being told to eat the wrong thing. It's not even their fault, They grow up in schools which is saying, oh, you eat this and you eat that, and if you don't eat the meat for protein, you're gonna be fucking sick, you're gonna be deficient, you're gonna have really big problems, which is the opposite way around. So it's all a big scam just for the hospitals, money maker for the drug companies and the hospitals, in my opinion, for sure. And people should really be thinking of what they're eating because that's the quality of life, It's like putting unleaded fuel in your sports car, it just doesn't like it compared to the premium. Why would you put second best in your body when that's everything what you got, If you're not putting the best in your body, what are you doing really in life? That's the first thing, that's number one. Normally I eat bananas for breakfast. It's just any fruit would do, but I'd eat around 20 bananas. I'd drink water first, sorry. So I'd have about a litre of water. 20 bananas and one coconut. I'd shred the coconut out and put it in a cheesecloth and squeeze the cream out so it's got no fibre in it. It's just pure fresh coconut cream out of the mature coconut, the brown one. So I'd blend 20 bananas, I'd just put it in a jar and get a stick master, blend that up. It's very quick, it wouldn't take more than 5 minutes, the whole breakfast process. I have tried cooked food. I've never tried meat or any dairy, but I have had pasta, rice. This is about 2 years ago. I just decided to try a few things as I hadn't before, and I wasn't very happy with the way I felt afterwards. So I had bad digestion, it felt like lack of energy. It felt really heavy, like I wanted to go to bed, compared to when I've always eaten raw food. You eat and you're ready to jump, you're ready to go. There's always a lot of energy there. I can climb coconut trees like walking in a straight line, really. I could do 10 in a row and it wouldn't faze me. I might be sweating like hell, but I've still got the energy. My dad's around 65 years old. He can climb coconut trees better than me. And he doesn't take any medications or no cholesterol problems or diabetes. That's all diseases you don't need at all, really. Anyone that has it, I'm sure, don't like to have it. And he's definitely doing the right thing. And it's so clear to me, and the age he is, he doesn't look like he's going to be slowing down the next 20, 40 years, So it's really good to see that, and I'm hoping to live over 100, hopefully. We'll see how it goes, as long as I don't have too bad of an accident. As many accidents as you do have, you've definitely got way better chance of surviving on the diet you're on. The raw vegan coconut, always doing that. If you have a huge injury, like I'll get teeth pulled out sometimes, and usually the blood keeps coming out, but when you're on this diet, I find it clots really well straight away. Like that finger, that when I cut that there, it was an open gash, you know, like that one as well, you know. I didn't get stitches for it. Your blood's just, it's a different thickness without the cholesterol and all the rubbish that's in there as well. When you're eating a shit food diet, like McDonald's, absolute poison. Mac shit, I'd say. It's absolute rubbish, you know. So if you want to have an accident and heal from it, no matter what it is, you definitely should be on that diet. You know, any accident could happen at any time, so it's important for sure. I had my finger cut off, that one there. You see it's slightly different shape. The scar runs all the way around there and up there and up. Yeah, never had a tetanus for that, even though they highly recommended it.
So it came completely off?
Yeah, on the ground. So I was lifting a pallet, pumpkin pallet, onto a truck bed. It's about that high, and had a 3mm rail that stopped it from sliding off, and the other person dropped his side as it was like a foot over, and the whole thing came down on just the top of my finger and severed it off. It was on the ground and my finger was pumping. I had to squeeze like that to stop the blood flow.
Yeah.
And then I got an x-ray and it was cracked in just the top of the bone in 3 spots. I was 17, so I'm 19 now, 2 years ago. Well, yeah, when this finger was off, they were very worried about infection because it can get into your bone as well when that was cracked as well. So he's asking me when I last had my tetanus shot, and I said it was last week because I didn't want the tetanus in my system at all. And yeah, luckily he believed me with no proof that I didn't. And yeah, I went on, just had 8 stitches, and they gave me a packet of antibiotics, but I didn't take them. So, and no worries, it healed really well, no infection at all, pus. I was 4 years old, and I was just running down the stairs with a glass jar, and tripped on the last step, and it just smashed on the concrete in my arms. And yeah, sliced that. It's not very fun, but it's a lot less fun if you had to go to hospital for it, I'd say. That one there was 2 weeks ago, and that was extremely deep. Like, I could see right down. I was cutting a passion fruit, and razor sharp knife, I just bought it, it's like 5 minutes before, and you know how the top of the passion fruit's a bit hard to get through, so I was going back and forth, and all of a sudden it straight through and into my finger. I actually heard it slice the flesh. It was very horrible, like it bled half a cup at least of blood, and then clotted up without even holding it together or a band-aid or anything. And then 2 days later I went swimming at the 10-step waterfalls, which is muddy water. Everyone was telling me I was a bit crazy. You know, in Thailand I could get staph infection, or I didn't take any advice at all, and it didn't though. So it's just proof that my body's working well. I'm happy with it very much. I wouldn't want to wreck it at all for the taste of meat, which is very cruel as well. So I've been on raw, organic, vegan food all my life, and when I was in my mother's tummy. A sick person could cough in my face. In most cases I wouldn't at all get it, because yeah, your immune system fights it so much better. I never went to school either. I did homeschooling all my life, so I didn't get influenced. My parents were very smart on that. Mum and dad never split up at all, or had any fights, or even thought of divorcing, you know. Like, when you got one goal in life, which is what you eat, and you get that good food all the time, I find it'll even help relationships a lot better as well. Because I had the most amazing upbringing I could ever imagine. I couldn't possibly think of anything better. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to date. I have done in the past, but I don't think I would be able to in the future be with anyone that's not into their diet. Like, I wouldn't probably mind about cooked food so much, but definitely vegan is number one. I wouldn't be able to kiss someone really now, knowing they've just had a steak burger or a fish and chips or something like that, you know. It's just, I find it so disgusting that, yeah, I just wouldn't be able to do it. So hopefully, yeah, I find that girl and bloody start the relationship and happy life. So every meat inspector will be learnt that the adrenaline in an animal has to be kept to minimum at all times to keep the meat from being hard and a bit, I don't know, I've never tried meat, but if you don't have the animal least stressed out when you kill it, it's going to be excess amounts of adrenaline, which can cause people to be sick. you know, straight away when they eat it. So the law is you got to have a sealing barrier, noise-proof sealing barrier between the animals getting slaughtered and the ones waiting to be slaughtered. Because if the ones waiting smell the slaughterhouse, you know, and the screams and the absolute horror which goes in behind that door, they freak out to the point where the adrenaline is in excess and can actually poison people. So, but it is actually impossible to get no adrenaline at all. Every animal has a defense mechanism. It's the pituitary gland, and it's the freak. Like when you freak out, you know, a dog's chasing you, you're going to have a burst of adrenaline which rushes through your whole body. If you kill an animal though without it knowing it's going to be dead, it's still going to have it as the heart's still pumping, you know, it's going all the time. As soon as you chop its head off, even if it's not looking at you or it doesn't know what's going to happen, there's always going to be traces of this adrenaline in every animal. The main killer, I think, of humans is the adrenaline in their system. Susceptible to any disease, brain, you know, cancers. They just can't fight disease, and it's always getting knocked out by the stress hormone in the animal products that everyone eats day to day. So you wouldn't be able to expect your body to heal properly with that. So they ate it with tetanus, which, yeah, a lot of my friends, when they cut themselves, they're really straight to the hospital for a tetanus shot, you know, straight away. Otherwise, and antibiotics as well, otherwise they're going to get an infection. Digestive system is more like a horse's, whereas a meat eater's digestive system is like a lot shorter, so it can get rid of the meat quicker. And they're also designed to handle the adrenaline, meat eater. But humans have the teeth of a herbivore and a digestive tract of a herbivore, so they're definitely not designed to eat any animal products. In science, you know, that's proof. So if you're doing that, then your body can't perform the way it should be, and then you're relying on hospitals all your life, sick all the time, you know. My mother had 7 children, and she doesn't spend any time in the hospital like a lot of people that have that. Like she's had all home births mainly. She hasn't had a cesarean or any complications with her birth, so it could have happened in the middle of nowhere, and would still be all fine. Whether if you're eating the shit food all the time, you're going to have an unhealthy body, which, you know, your baby comes out immature, or it's coming out the wrong way around, or it's not coming out at all and they have to cut your tummy open and pull it out, you know. So it's really, something they're doing is really wrong, I reckon. We've got so far in other ways, so why can't we work out what should be eaten?
This is terrible, I have to stop. And I didn't understand that it was an eating disorder, so I just thought that I was like a terrible person with no self-control, and I just started to hate myself.